There's an important update in the Android emulation world that PlayStation 2 fans should know about. The PS2 emulator NetherSX2 has officially added experimental online multiplayer support.
And what's interesting is that this wasn't entirely unexpected. A few weeks ago, the ARMSX2 emulator became the first on Android to support PS2 multiplayer, and now NetherSX2 is following the same path.
Exactly. NetherSX2 received the 2.2N update, released by developer TrixArian on GitHub. The headline feature here is online play, made possible by integrating the Dev9 Ethernet module that originally came from ARMSX2.
That Dev9 module is key. It emulates the original PlayStation 2 network adapter, which is what allows certain games to connect online, just like they did years ago.
To turn it on, users need to open App Settings, go into Settings, and enable the option called Enable Dev9 Ethernet. After that, they select the Sockets API and choose a connection method.
There's also room for manual configuration. Users can enter custom DNS addresses like PS2 Online or PSRewired, which lets them connect to fan-run servers depending on the game.
Of course, not every game supports online play. Compatibility depends on the PlayStation 2 Online Games catalog from 2024, which lists titles that originally had online features.
Still, even experimental support is a major step. PS2 online gaming was a big deal in its time, and bringing that experience to Android is something many people thought wouldn't happen.
The update isn't limited to networking either. NetherSX2 also received a major update to its GameDB database, converted from PCSX2.
And that resulted in a lot of fixes. Rendering and graphics issues were addressed in games like Silent Hill 3, Yakuza, Final Fantasy X2, Battle Gear 3, and TimeSplitters Future Perfect.
There are also two versions of the emulator available now, a classic build and a patched experimental version, with a full changelog published on GitHub.
And overall, this update shows how quickly PS2 emulation on Android is evolving, especially when it comes to features people assumed were gone for good.
Online multiplayer on a PS2 emulator running on a phone is still kind of wild to think about.
It really is. And it'll be interesting to see how stable and widespread this feature becomes over time.
That wraps up our discussion for today.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon with more gaming and tech news.